DreamHack ASTRO Open is brought to you by ASTRO, Monster Energy, Corsair, Zowie, Intel, and Lenovo Legion.
The DreamHack ASTRO Open in Montreal, a place where we've seen the big names come out swinging and some of the littler names going to remain little. And that's an unfortunate truth to the reality here in this colder city. We started with 8 teams. We're now down to just 3 remaining. One of our grand finalists, the first grand finalist, in fact, Immortals. We will be determining our second grand finalist now, as we do see Cloud9 and North gearing up to get their semi-final match underway. My name is Stunna, and I am the host of this desk. This is my desk, and there's nothing that the two of you can do about that.
I don't think you
I won't fight you.
Yeah.
I won't
In
fight
fact,
you.
you can just have it, right?
Yeah, you can have it. That's fine.
So, guys, we have a big matchup here. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this one. North and Cloud9. A Cloud9 fan base predominantly out there in the crowd. Will it come into a factor here when it comes to this matchup?
Not sure whether it will be a factor, no. I mean, like, we're not sitting in this closed booth at this event, you know, so maybe they can hear the crowd a little bit, especially in the mics when somebody talks. So whatever that does for the Cloud9 team, I don't know, you know, comes down to whatever mentality you have towards the game. I think it's going to be a great game between two good teams, you know, so we're going to see a fight out there.
Speaking of fighting, let's take a look at some of that fighting that got us to this moment in time. Then we're going to look at these groups. We're going to look at these brackets. Let's start with Group A, guys.
Group A, Gale Force North, probably the most shocking match of the entire tournament. And then CLG Kingwin is really just, it was day one. CLG was just bad, and I remember saying, I think it was a quote from the desk that DreamHack tweeted out, and me saying that, and I felt kind of bad about it. And then Kingwin went up against North, played pretty well, 16-11. And then CLG Gale Force wasn't even a contest.
Now, looking at Group B, which, you know, Cloud9 making it this far north is their competitor coming up. What do we think about this group?
Nothing really stands out in this group, to be completely honest. You know, expected all the way. Cloud9 manhandling Complexity, Immortals manhandling Luminosity. Then Immortals winning against Cloud9, probably the right strength in terms of those two teams right now. And then Luminosity did pick up a win against Complexity, only to fail short against Cloud9 in pretty convincing manner yesterday. So pretty much as expected. Now,
all of that comes together and creates our playoff bracket. 3 best of 3s will be determining who is the winner of DreamHack ASTRO Open Montreal. So far, we do see Immortals advancing on to that grand final set. We're about to determine our second grand finalist. Do you guys have a favorite going into this one?
Like I said previously, I heard Cloud9 kind of goofing around. They're high spirits, it sounded like, and you know, I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. I think yesterday I was not so feeling so good about it. North just seemed like the better team right now.
Yeah, I agree. North seemed like the better team, and North are on paper the better team. You know, whatever they fool around or not, you know, that might be a disadvantage as well if they can keep focused. So I think North is the clear favorite coming into this one, especially after the showing at DreamHack Masters Malmo. That was pretty convincing all the way through. Even the final was okay against G2. So I think North should be able to take this one.
Well, they are definitely looking to exact a little revenge for not lifting the trophy in Malmo, but can they do it here in Montreal is the question. We're going to be going into our second semifinal, North and Cloud9. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here.
Now North, they know the floodgates are open. Use their utility, push them back into the sights. But Hyper will hold on, immediately traded as Miu tries to come through a smoke, and Valdez having none of it.
I think we learned a lot from Malmö. Like, we got to test our map pool. We've been playing new maps, Train for example. And yeah, it's just really good LAN experience for us, and it like shakes you together as a team once you go to a big LAN. So Malmö was really nice also to get like some confidence. So we're definitely hoping to take home the trophy for this event.
And they're in window room. Shut down goes Mouse, and this is going to open up the A site. They're going to go.
Config moving back in here too. He's not only able to get one great spray control to pick up the second against Sparrow to take him down.
Our lineup has a lot of potential, as everyone can see. but we haven't gotten time to actually like practice that much yet. But every time we get time to practice, we put in a lot of work, and we kind of get everyone on the same page and try to work things out. And we're trying really hard to become one of the top teams in the world right now, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Ivy, they find automatic first, but Rush trades it back. It's 1v1, and he knows where he last was. The cross back, and the shot connects from Rush.
I feel really good. I mean, so far I think I've got the perfect role. Everybody on the team is stepping up at the right moments. MSL is doing great calls, and I think we just found a perfect system between like playing a bit loose sometimes, but then we can also like go back to a really structured and default heavy play style. So I think we're really good at adapting now compared to before, and so far it's been working out great.
I mean, our goal is kind of like everyone else's. We're trying to win the whole tournament, and we think we're the favorites here, so we should definitely be in the semifinals, and getting to the semifinals makes us feel a little better because we're not as bad as everyone says we are. So hopefully we can get to the finals, and we're playing North, so they're a tough team, and it'll be a good test to us.
A good test indeed, as young Stu said it himself. Looking at these teams, we've got quite a matchup on our hands. And if you want to get involved at home in the Twitch chat, go ahead and drop your vote right in there, as you have been doing all weekend. Use !North or !C9. And as it stands, we're looking at a 50-50, but I'm going to imagine that's only because the voting just started.
I mean, that's a safe assumption. This is
just trying to play it safe here, boys. All right, well, we're going to take a look at our first team here that we're going to kind of dive into. It's going to be North. And Pimp, are these guys hungry? I mean, they got to be coming off Malmo.
They're very hungry, you know. They made a plan for their arrival with Valde. First off, obviously to integrate him to the team, which seemed pretty well done, judging by DreamHack Masters Malmo. And now they went on to this tournament and are moving on to, I think it's New York next week. So they have like these 3 tournaments where they want to test out all the stuff, and they hope to go home with at least 1 trophy. And the best chance, obviously, would be here at DreamHack Montreal. So far, we haven't really seen any weaknesses from North. I feel like G2 won in Malmo because they were just the better team and had the better raw individual skill, you know. Whereas it seems like North as a team right now is pretty composed and delivering already now with Valde.
That man right there, Valde. Now, we often talk about Config. We talk about what Config's capable of, the shots he's hitting, just going crazy, going off in matches. What is there to say about Valde?
I mean, he's the star of the team in this tournament. Valde has been absolutely phenomenal, and as he said in the pregame right there, they seem to maybe be basing their play a little bit around him instead of Config. He said he's comfortable in his role, and it's almost the happiest he's ever been on a team, and that says a lot about the morale.
That's a pretty cool little statement right there. Let's switch over now to Cloud9, the boys in baby blue. We've got Skadoodle. You know, these guys don't need any introduction in terms of here in North America, but what can we say about this new iteration of the Cloud9 team? You know, that they said, I think it was Stewie that was in that video. He was saying it takes time. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give this team time. They have too much talent. I'm just throwing it out there. They've got to perform, and I think they've actually done a pretty good job this tournament. I mean, Stewie, you know, not calling now, hopefully levels his game up. He's gotten a little better now that Tarek's taken over that in-game leading role, but he's not at the level that we know in Rank S, that's for sure.
That's for sure, and it's like a team, as James said, you know, with so much talent that you don't really give them any time to perform. You just expect it right from the beginning, and I think, especially in this matchup, it's going to be tough for them because they play a very loose structured Counter-Strike against North, who are known to have their fundamentals in order, you know. So it's going to be tough for them. Yesterday, Ross said that they believe they have the better individual skill than North, you know, and they have to show that now, if that's the truth. They certainly have to show it. You know what else we have to show? We have to show you guys where your votes are going here in chat, and make sure you're getting involved at home. This is a pretty big deal. I think it's really cool that we're able to integrate the viewer at home, and really cool, these numbers coming out. 79% in favor of Cloud9. I don't want to say we got some fanboys in the chat, but we might have some fanboys in the chat. I think we even have some fanboys in the audience right now, but I could be wrong.
That is ridiculous. 78?
That's pretty wild. Let's go ahead, though, and get into these vetoes because this is where things get a little dicey. We do know sometimes it could break down to not getting your map, and that's what caused you not to go through in a series. So what are we expecting to see here, guys?
I mean, straightforward. Cloud9 removing Nuke and North is going to remove Cash. Those are the two maps that it's not going to be played throughout this tournament, apparently, at least from neither of the teams. As for the picks, I expect Cloud9 to go for Train. It's the bread and butter. We saw North recently picking up Train as one of their maps in Malmö, where they ended up beating SK convincingly 16-5. So they do play Train, but it's not a team that is tested that much on Train, So maybe Cloud9 have a little bit of edge going into Train in that sense, whereas North are still new to the map.
Yeah, and I imagine that North's probably going to pick something like Inferno. It's a map that C9 with their new roster isn't very comfortable on, from what I know. Surprisingly, goes with Cobble. I figured that might be the last map. That might have been something that C9 maybe studied for, and I thought they might leave it open, leave it in for a third map. But
That's pure confidence, though, from North, because they feel confident that their best map is Cobble, so they're not playing into anything of Cloud9. They don't care about whatever Cloud9 are good or bad on. They just pick their best map and carry that through. They know they're the better team, so why not?
So there you have it. We've got Train, Cobble, and a third map is going to be Inferno. Guys, barring whether you thought this is how it broke down in the veto phase, how are we feeling in terms of predictions?
Man, this is, in my opinion, really favoring North. I just don't see how. I mean, I could see C9 getting Train. They're obviously a very good Train team. I haven't seen much of North on Train because, like Jacob said, it's a fairly new map for them. So I would say North definitely has the favor in this veto.
Yeah, I agree.
So you guys are both going North.
I think it's going to be North, yeah. And Cloud9 can pick up Train, maybe. And if they do so, they'll lose on the third map, which is Inferno. So it's going to be North, either 2-0 or 2-1.
First off, shame on you.
I didn't say that was my prediction. Hold on. No. I didn't make a prediction.
Hey, look, the graphic doesn't lie. It's what it looks like to me. I don't know if you can read that. I can personally read it. It looks like you picked North. It smells like you picked North. And that's just what it says, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick Cloud9 because I'm not afraid to say it. And neither is the crowd, apparently. You know who else is at home? The Twitch viewers. And we need to know what they're feeling as well. Let's take a look now and see how the voting broke down. If it's still as one-sided as it was earlier, yeah, that's pretty... and it's almost feeling like in the entire world, it's just you two that are pulling for North. I don't want to say it, but...
you didn't ask for my prediction.
James, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm not sucking it up to the Twitch chats. No, the crowd, North is going to win this game. There's no doubt about it.
All right, well, it's time to go ahead and bring the commentators into the fold. We've got Seaside and Blue for one more best of three. Guys, are you amped or not?
I'm pretty amped. This should be a pretty intense matchup in general, so I'm ready to just jump right into it, to be honest.
Well, how about you do just that? See you later.
All right, later. I'm gonna, Blue, I think I'm going to go with the crowd favorite. I think North's going to win it. Wait, it's not a North crowd? Is that a C9 crowd?
No, that's definitely a C9 crowd.
I heard a cricket when you said that.
That's all right. I'm going North. They can yell at me if they'd like, but it's logical, and I like logical decisions.
Yeah, I'm gonna float with North on this one too.
It's 2017. Nothing is logical whatsoever anywhere around the entire world. Go ahead and take it away, guys. Let's jump into this one.
All right, thank you very much, Stunna. It is indeed almost time to jump into the first map of our next semifinal here. Cloud9 taking on North, as they are doing the knife round right now. So as soon as they finish that up and start up with the actual game, it'll be time to battle, of course. And starting it off on Train, what are your expectations for this first map?
Automatic's gonna go nuts. That's my watching yesterday, everyone in C9 just played so well. Again, Luminosity kind of fell flat. Neka's not getting a single frag. I think we shouldn't speak about it, but it's kind of too late. I mentioned it. So C9 just looking very comfortable on Train, but then again, going up against, although Stewie did say he feels like they're the favorites, I really think North are the true favorites of this tournament. And if C9 can get over North, then Immortals should definitely make for an interesting BO3, a nice storyline. But I think I think Train's gonna be a crazy hectic map. I think both teams just want to jump into the BO3. I think it's going to be a really quick pace right off the gate.
Yeah, we really have to see how Cloud9 have been able to structure themselves as a team. And I mean, I talked about this a couple days ago, too, about how Cloud9, obviously, they had to throw themselves right into tournaments as soon as they got this roster together. So they haven't had a whole lot of time to kind of form themselves on maps like Train and Cobblestone, which rely a lot on strategy, not just individual skills. So North's definitely going to have them in that regard. As you can see, though, folks, it is time to jump into our first map of this semifinal. So let's make some noise. It's Cloud9 versus North. Winner will move on to take on Immortals in the grand finals. Remember, folks, you can also check out the action over on sliver.tv, where you can not only watch the games, but you can win some prizes while you're watching it too.
Don't know if that was an intentional boost on the head and then walk across and double peek to two different heights from North there towards Upper Brown. If it was intentional, it's pretty sick. We've seen some of that so far this in tournament, while Stewie's going to be playing back first trains. Now, North do have utility, and it is going to get thrown now. They still have one more flash. Config will toss that in as Stewie and Co are getting ready for this execution. Great counter flash, but he can't hit his shots. MSL will open up the site, and the train is going to continue forward. This is an A-Wrap through Z, and we'll see how prepared Tarek is for it. Again, can't land any shots as Valde will continue to push forward, and nothing's going C9's way, and it's just Skadoodle alone as North, they push into Z, a very confident strat to pull out in the first round.
Skadoodle's going to try to hang back here inside of the site, but he's alone. He'll go down, and it's going to be North that take control of the initial pistol here in dominant fashion as well. Not a single player going down.
And I really do love this strat. I mean, especially considering Stewie gets nothing there. They wait through, they throw smoke and then just push through it and get into Z. They catch Tarek off guard completely. And then Skadoodle is just rotated into B. A site's completely forfeited. So we'll see North going to the 4 UMPs, 1 AK. Typically on a map like Train, you'll see a little bit more rifles, but they're feeling comfortable with the SMGs. Cajun B will be the one to pick that up as C9 will be on your typical CZ over 5.7s lately.
Nice and slow start here for North in this round. Not really trying to move into either site. You won't see Tarek try to push himself into ladder room there too, so he's going to hold a position inside of there, and obviously we have the Ivy push from those couple C9 players. So looking for a few opportunities to get some kills. It does seem like North is getting ready to aggress at least onto the inner bomb side. MSL even making a little bit of noise here, so that player up on top, Stewie, should have been able to hear that jump. I know that they have a bit of presence back there. Cajun, he's going to catch Automatic though when he finally swings into the open outside of Ivy, and that'll give them finally the first kill of this round.
Yeah, it's been so quiet. Automatic just felt like he had to make an info play. Swings a bit too wide, and Cajun be able to shut him down from T-spawn, as we saw. We'll see AZ go ahead and, well, I was going to say try to molly down ladder. Not exactly how that one played out, so they're going to have to wait out their own molly. And it's at a rough time, especially when Valde wanted to go out, so they'll have a backup strat, as Tarek will just be so low. One bullet from MSL puts him down. And we could see them commit on the back of this, and with the smokes coming in from the players in T-spawn, it seems like an easy A-site take.
Pretty straightforward round here. Unfortunately, Cloud9 just getting smoked out. There's not a hole that they can even have the opportunity to do here. So we should see North close out on this round pretty quickly. 3 CZ still alive for Cloud9. Might be able to take down players like Config, who are getting a tad over-aggressive here, in my opinion. So there we go. There's one pickup for Rush. He's not going to be so bold as to move in and try to find that pickup, however. MSL could be the next victim if he's not careful. There you go. There's another one. It's not going to be enough to win the round, but at the very least, it does give them a couple gun upgrades and does some damage to the T-set economy. And
North are done with that game. So C9 will be able to hang on to 2 sets of armor, upgraded pistols, and UMP. So it gives them a bit more into the following round than they ultimately would have had if they all commit to it. North are still going to get the 2-0. They hold on to the AKs. Losing SMGs, not the biggest of deals. MSL and Config have a decision to make. Do they go into rifles right away? Do they rebuy the SMGs, knowing C9 won't have much? That's a decision they're going to have to discuss. And it looks like MSL picks up the AK, which leads me to believe Config will as well. And here's the molly. Just a pixel. Just a pixel missed.
You hate to see it.
So C9 actually picked up that second UMP while you're watching that replay. So they have both. We could see a bit of an aggression from Stewie and Rush perhaps towards ladder. But it looks like it's pretty safe, all things considered, for C9. Pushed up again towards Upper Brown, underneath ladder. One player back first train on B. But similar default from North. They have one player holding ladder, one player holding Upper Brown. T-Con's covered, Ivy's covered. Just safe play from North. Just shuffling into the same positions.
Both teams playing super passive, too.
Yeah.
Cloud9 kind of getting wrecked early on here. Tarek and Skadoodle taking all that damage, but North definitely not trying to move out and get any damage done here. They're just sitting back. MSL, for whatever reason, didn't see Stewie here. He didn't see his leg pop back out, but a quick reaction to spin around. Saves his own life, just barely. 28 HP left over after taking down Stewie.
He's going to line up the Molotov. The Gob B, I guess we call it. So that's going to be outside the ladder as they're slowly going to gain some more control. Rush will pick up the AK from the dead MSL body that lies there cold. And he's just going to get pushed. AZ, great movement to get top box. Uses UMP to his advantage. Won't clear under ladder, but will take the fight back sight and through the box there on site. We'll find Automatic. But Tarek on 16 with a CZ gets 2. Almost swings for the 3rd. But no, AZ will silence the crowd as North will go up 3-0.
Well, the good news is, like I said before, they did great damage, actually, in these first couple of rounds here, knocking out, I think, a total of 5 amongst the 2 of them. So North isn't going to have a huge amount of money. They should have enough to, at the very least, force if Cloud9 win this first gun round, but it's not going to last them, it's not going to be the greatest force. There's definitely going to be some sacrifice. You can see there, it's really only Valde and AZ that have a great amount of cash. MSL, Config, and KGB are going to be broke for the most part if they should drop this. So this is an important round for North to make sure that they hold control. These first 3 rounds can be knocked away pretty quickly, but Config just doesn't even care. Just goes right out, instantly headshots it. Rush falls down after that one too. Cloud9 losing control of the outer sight so quickly. I don't even know if they're going to be able to react to this, but there's one from Skadoodle. Sluice up to heaven, where he's going to try to look for a second one by E-Box now too. Moment not finding anything yet, but automatic. He pushes in from the old bomb tunnel, and he's the one that finds the next kill. Cajun trades it back, and leaves now only 2 up and running for C9, but they're aggressively pushing back in to take control of this outer site again.
Especially with Valde coming up where he is. Stu has to make a play. He pushes red, and that is it. Valde will strike from old bomb. And North, they gave Skadoodle a little bit of time there. They spotted him right off the get-go. They took the time to throw a molly, gave him some room, so Skadoodle was able to get 1 frag. But North just cleaned up the rest, and Valde, kind of the nail in the coffin as he comes down Ivy, able to lurk his way into old bomb. C9 back on the auto pistols. We'll see North full buy, full confidence as KGB starts to settle in as well.
Going into this next round, Cloud9 are going to be just on upgraded pistols here, as you were mentioning. So CZs for 3 of them. Doing decent damage with the CZs, as we've seen throughout this whole tournament, to be honest. It's been
crazy.
It's been a CZ spree.
Going back a year.
Yeah. Vintage CZ, one might say. MSL starting it off here with his own push back into the Brown Halls. Try to see if he can wrap around here. Stewie gets close to the kill, but no dice. It's only going to bring him down to 9 HP.
I think North's going to run this default majority of this T side. They'll get C9 used to this whole passive holding up a Brown, ladder just holding every part of the map very passively, not using a lot of utility off the get-go, just a couple flashes to try to make C9 think they may be running out T-Con and keeping them from aggressing too forward towards T-Con or ladder. I think North love this default. I think it's safe. I hope that molly works this time. But it looks like it is going to be very safe. AZ will get the molly, so that's an improvement. And
they're going to swing into outer here in a second. Obviously, Cloud9 having the 4-man stack on Enter is going to kill any chance for Cloud9 to upset in this round. We'll see if they can maybe pick up a few players again by sneaking in on the flank here, but for the most part, North should have complete control of this situation. And they even have AZ watching out on the ladder there. He's going to be able to stop anyone that tries to hop down. Throws the pistol back up, too, as he trades it out real quickly. And the rest of Cloud9 look like they're avoiding it for right now. Still have a few battles. The flashbang actually blinds him, so there you go. There's the drop-down kill from Tarek. So great. They find that kill. They get a free AK out of it. Unfortunately, that's really all they're going to be able to get, as anything outside of ladder room would be way too risky to push for, and they just got mollied out of it, so it's not like they'd really be able to push for it anyway.
We could see these pistols walk push somewhere else. We could see the AK thrown over to automatic due to him having armor, and Tarek and Rush can continue to hunt a little bit, knowing they'll get a buy next round, so saving just CZs almost isn't worth it. But it looks like they're content. They're hoping North go for a little bit of hunt, try to drop this AK. But I think North are aware that even if they do drop this, it's still going to be a comfortable buy for C9 going into the next one. I do like North's default, though. I do want to touch about it again. It's such a safe default with holding ladder, holding upper Brown, and they're always buddy systemed up. The only player that's alone is the one in T-spawn holding Ivy. But that's such a safe lane that you can tuck in and get help from T-Con. But look for North to change up the pace once in a blue moon and catch C9 off guard. And we'll see how C9 are really going to react to this as the rounds go by. They'll learn North's default and see if they pick up on it.
Well, Cloud9 finally getting a decent buy up on the board here. Double op setup for both Skadoodle and Automatic. Stewie, Tarek, and Rush, of course, on M4s with full utility. So we'll see with the crowd now behind them if they're going to be able to finally pick up a round. It's been 5 straight for North so far. And North finally seem to be changing up the game plan a little bit too. Look at this, all 5 stacked in Brown Halls getting ready to push back out into the B bomb site. And it's going to fall to Stewie and Skadoodle primarily to defend it. As Cloud9 have heavy commitments on the outer bomb site besides that. Stewie's going to get flashed out first and immediately eliminated by Valde. Same for Skadoodle. So there you go. The other 3, I'm not even sure if they have much of a hope of a retake here because AZ's already pushed all the way to the back with one of his teammates supporting him. Automatic falls. MSL is going to look for this kill outside. Even goes out early, too, so that throws Rush off a little bit. MSL was even still changing his weapon when he initially peeked, but he gets the kill regardless. So there you go, Cloud9. The slate just wiped clean for them. Almost no responses at all. Tarek's been spotted in this cubby too. He's able to get AZ at the very least. Tries to go for that quick second headshot. That's not going to happen. Maybe he can still find a few more kills. Nope, not going to happen. Config takes him down. And it's still a dominant stance being shown here by North.
North looking so confident and so brisk as well. Like, they're just so clean. They've been in here warming up for the last hour and a bit, so they definitely are feeling it right now. And there's no delay from North. As soon as they get to upper brown, the one player tosses a flash over, and they simply just walk out and find the opening frags. A great flash to force Stewie to turn, but not only did it force Stewie to turn, it also caught Skadoodle in an awkward spot, and he had tried to counter flash for his teammate. By the time he got it out, it was already too late. So just pretty much a scout. That's it. That's all C9 has to work with on round number 7, as North look to try to stay flawless.
Cloud9, same as all these previous rounds, to be honest. Cloud9 are just going to sit back, play passively. They gamble stack a little bit towards A, and more specifically towards Ivy over there. Tarek is going to spot one player by T-Con, so he'll hop on top of the trains to try and contest that push. Looking for the shot, but not going to find a chance at it just yet. And North splitting up into just a standard default besides that. Playing it slow, playing it safe, wanting to give themselves the opportunities to take out these players on Cloud9 one by one in a very slow fashion. That's exactly what they need to do at this point. Make sure that they maintain control and continue to build up a strong bank as they've already sort of done for themselves. 4 of their players are over 7K. It's only AZ that's a little bit lower at 3.2 right now.
Still cautious, North are being in these rounds. They know they're ahead, but they know they don't want to rush anything either. And speaking of rushing anything, Rush will go down. Config gets shot from sandwiches. Tarek looks out to find one. He actually finds a second. So he's getting some momentum, a good tag. He's going to re-peek into it. Can't find the shot required as it leaves Stewie alone. So good damage dealt. You can see Valdez and MSL all heavily tagged. So this is another realm of possibility, as he is going to find MSL. Picks up the rifle, so now Stewie's going to commit to this. It's all about timing, though, from here on out. And there you have it. Valdez just swings, catches Stewie. So North will hang on. Expensive, but the bank they've built up already. They're not breaking a sweat, just not yet.
No, I doubt they're breaking a sweat at all, to be honest here. This is a dominant stance being shown so far by North. Cloud9 with a bye again, but we need to start seeing something here. I'm actually surprised we didn't see a pause from Cloud9 either this round or the last one, considering this is normally the point where you see most teams take a pause, but Tarek hasn't called for one yet, so.
And then with Valens here as well. Rarely do they have Valens at events, so it's good to see Valens here. He can give his input when need be. So it's looking like AZ's going to throw a smoke early. It's going to be a quick play from North. Falling out of the default, immediately shuffling into an execution.
Tarek trying to play outside there, but Rush wasn't available for the support for whatever reason. They seem to have gotten out too quickly, and Rush goes down right after that one. Skadoodle finally trades for a kill, but it's after Valde got a 3rd kill against Cloud9 here. So it's just Skadoodle and Stewie left alive. Here's Stewie with 1 pickup, but quickly both those remaining members are wiped clean after that. And it seems like a very straightforward round from North. And here's the pause. Now this is what we needed to see. Maybe a little bit later than expected, considering they still have the 4 to use, but their first one is finally going to be thrown out now.
I don't know if they'll buy here either. I mean, they're down 8-0. You got 3 rifles. Or 4. You can actually get 4 rifles out.
They might do it just because of the scoreline. Yeah. The desperation fact of this. They haven't gotten really anything done in these first 8 rounds, so.
It's a possibility. North is just so good at just setting up right off the get-go. No tells at the beginning of the round. And immediately flashes go out. They commit on the behind of the flashes. Everyone knows what they have to throw, and they're all on point. And they're all supporting each other when they come out T-Con and ladder. It's just so hard to hold on to that because you don't have any time to get a counter molly out. The flashes are so good, you're blind, you have no clue where you're tossing the molly. So North have done a nice job just being very explosive. So it is going to be reserved from C9. They'll get some armor, a little bit of sprinkle utility, and the triple scout, so the tag machines are out.
Tarek did some good work with it. Why not triple the odds? See if the other two can do some work with it too. But North, I think, is going to change up the game plan a little bit. They've done this interplay a couple times actually in the past throughout this half, but it looks like they're going to attempt it once more. It's just a kind of shock and all value play, and it seems to have worked out well for them. But there is a 2-man setup, potentially a 3-man setup from Cloud9 that's going to be in on this site. So they will have a little bit of resistance set up to be able to try and stop this. Skadoodle gets pushed back by a flashbang. Tarek goes down too. They haven't been able to find Skadoodle just yet, but that'll change now with KGB getting the up-close shot. And more of them continue to fall. Finally, automatic trades for 1. Tags a second too, and this is all while he's sitting at low HP too. In a moment, he'll be flanked out. Rush counters that flank. Takes down Valde. Now puts him in, puts him into a 1v3. Gets hit by that nade, still doing some work though. Picks up another player. Low HP and tags yet another one. That's Cajun B at 3 HP. Oh, he had an opportunity to kill Cajun there as well, but he safely ran away up that ramp now.
Rush has a kit.
They do have the molly, but as you can see, he just threw down the smoke. So I think he's actually going to try to bait this. The molly immediately goes down. The players push back out. Rush was hoping someone would push down ramp and thinking that he jumped on the defuse. They're right about that. They did get him out, but they're in the wrong spot. He's just trying to maximize damage, and now he's going to go in. He'll jump onto this. He might have just enough time. Cajun, he's going to find him. Oh, no! Rush gets the defuse, and finally, Cloud9 will get around.
That's probably the worst situation is Cajun doesn't take a look at his HP. He's
no!
Not calculated. As I think he jumped at the pinnacle as well, so he got more height. So when he fell down, yeah, he didn't watch his HP. What a play from Rush. A 1v4 essentially. I think you can safely say he got all 4 kills. Taking the defuse, baited out Cajun.
He didn't jump.
He didn't jump. He just straight up fell. I think he had 18 by the time he jumped or fell off. So, damn. And those are the kind of plays that the C9 need, the little bit of luck to try to get back in this game. Something to open the door. That opens up to the double op now for C9. North still have a fair bit of cash. You'll be able to buy next round as well. So there is a road to climb up that has a mountain in it. So there's a way for C9 to go until they can feel pretty comfortable.
Well, finally a round for Cloud9. Maybe not in the way that they expected to win it, but they do indeed win it there. Cajun a slight mistake, but they're still up by 7 rounds, so I doubt they're worried too much just yet. North having an easy time of just rebuying right back into this round here. They've got the op, they still got full buy. And they're probably looking good to buy for another round too before they would finally be broken. So they're still in okay shape right now. It's up to Cloud9 to follow this up with a consecutive victory. If they can't do that, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble, as obviously they win that round with 1 player left alive, so they're still facing a potential reset too.
So Stewie now, being the secondary operator of this round, is going to fall all the way back. But the smoke that AJ throws neutralizes him from getting picked early, unless you peek before the smoke blows.
There you go.
And in which case, gives Stewie an opening. Even has time to throw the molly and fall back. He's going to call for rotations as Stewie will be posted on the left side of sight, but here comes North. They know they have to get aggressive being a man down, and Stewie, quick on the flick, but no land. As that one will connect, however, MSL goes down. The bomb will as well, but there's more work to be done here from North.
They're going to try to play up close. Instantly clothesline Skadoodle tries to get a second one, but it works as a bait. As Rush can then peek out freely and take down Valde. A second one for him. Cajun trades it back, but he's alone, and Tarek will come back in from the brown halls to shut it down, as Cloud9 will indeed get their second up on the board.
And with that bomb planted from North, they're definitely going to be able to buy here. That's going to be 2-round loss, 1,900 plus the 800, and even the cheeky $300 extra to the planner. So the whole point of that smoke is to deny vision from Stewie, but he just does a nice job of playing around it, finding a player peeking before, and is able to hold on and stay alive, importantly, give time for rotations to come over and deny the push deeper into the site from North.
Well, so this is now the round that could potentially break North, too. You can see that money on the left side. Things are not looking so good for them anymore. And finally, Cloud9 have found some consistency. They finally counted out one of those direct hits from North to Inner. They still have yet to win against the default, though, so I'm pretty sure North might just go right back to that, and that appears to be the case. Keep their options open, though, with quite a few players over here on top of ladder room.
Boost across. Skadoodle, though, just playing it so safe. It's not going to take any kind of bait here. Now, he does have a player pushed up sandwich and automatic playing off the side of E-Box. So a lot of trust in Tarek to hold ladder, if not trade 1-for-1 for his life, and buy some time for automatic to really just make a decision on where he wants to take a challenge, whether he T-Con or cleaning up ladder when Tarek falls. We're playing back-to-back for sure now, supporting each other out towards the A site, and full trust in Stu without having a rotator in Z to lock down B.
Still nothing yet from North. It's quiet on the field again, but the first kill will be struck down. And it's going to come from Tarek as he eliminates MSL. Quickly smokes off the ladder as well to prevent anyone else from jumping back down there. He knows that based on the pattern of play from North so far, they're probably going to have multiple people dropping down in the ladder, and he's right to assume that. North are running low on time, though. They've got to find their way into the site, and it seems like they may have found it with Config, but Config takes him a moment, finally gets that trade kill for the loss of their teammate earlier. Valde as well, working himself outside of Ivy. Gets a second now for the team, and Cajun almost tripped up, but given so much time to recover, and quickly follows it up with a second against Automatic. Now it's Stewie alone, struggling against the 1v3. Tries to pull off a kill with the USP, but not going to happen. North will come back in and retake control with a scoreline of 9-2.
As soon as that opening frag went Tarek's way, I feel like C9 just let their guard down. Skadoodle was tasked to hold Ivy from back red. That kind of just fell apart as soon as they were able to sneak out Ivy. I'm not sure if there's a smoke thrown or what, but C9 were able to gain North are able to gain full Ivy control and work off of that, and they start picking off C9 from back Old Bomb. So C9 now are going to be reset. Gonna have to take a little bit of a knee here, talk things through. As North look to press forward to double digits on their T side already, Blue. I mean, this is just almost snowballing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of light from Cloud9 in those last couple of rounds, a couple of mistakes, obviously, from North in there, too. Oh, Cajun just dodging this push here, switching over to the P250, and there you go. Tarek had everything he could have used to get that kill, and still Cajun B comes out on top, so things are just not looking great for Cloud9. Just in the general one-to-one gunfight, it seems like North have every advantage, it seems, so far. They're winning almost every important one. So with Cloud9 just never coming out on top of those, it's left them down below with only 2 rounds to show for it so far. Rush is going to try to change that with a CZ, but not going to happen. Stewie, at range, though, is able to pick up not 1, but 2 kills from the backside there. He will finally go down to Valde, who also picked up Skadoodle, and it just leaves Automatic here in a 1v3. Config will take him down, and North now push up to double digits.
Now, we've seen C9 go for the double op. We've seen the single op. We'll see what kind of setup is going to be the answer, though. Stu still soloing towards B with the op. That's not the issue. Comes down to North's just full force when they go for these executions. It's difficult to hold ladder and T-Con while they're just absolutely just destroying you with flashes, mollies, and smokes. And there's still that player to come down Ivy. So the double ops will come back out from C9, and it's a quick play from North.
Look at this beautiful flash. Cloud9 can do absolutely nothing, or excuse me, North can do absolutely nothing about that one. So Cloud9 finally getting a good start to a round here. Cajun B responds with 1, but he'll be traded out by Stewie, so it's up to Valde now in a 1v4 to pull off the impossible and clutch this one out for North. Tries to go for 1, but Skadoodle too quick on the draw. We'll take him down. And we do see a 3rd one on the board for Cloud9.
See if they can transition this. They'd love to end it 10-5. Obviously not ideal for the CT side. That's not a scoreline you can be really content with, but that's all they can hope for now. As North, they still have that bank. Going to be a strong buy from them, and this time it's actually North taking a pause. Going to talk things through, see what they can do with this buy. AZ will have no utility whatsoever when he goes into this buy. Just going to have Armor AK. I imagine he'll go for that, considering the rest of his teammates have significant utility, while C9 will continue with his double op. The nice thing about double ops on C9 on Train is they have full trust in Stewie to just lock down B by himself. He knows when to fall back, he knows when to aggress. It's really up to his discretion, but he's been doing a nice job so far this game. But it's just been North's A-side executions that's really defined this T-side for them.
This pause, if anything, as well from North is more of just a momentum breaker for Cloud9, just stopping them from kind of pushing quickly into a position where, like, all right, we're feeling good, we're ready to frag out, and then the pause obviously just adds that extra 30 seconds on top of it, cools them off a little bit, and gives North some time to figure out what they're doing wrong in these executions. North still very much in the lead. They didn't necessarily need this pause, but it helps just to reassert maybe some of the things that they noticed they were doing wrong here.
He's about to take a swing. A flash will force Stewie off the angle, but look at Automatic, gets boosted. So first blood for C9. They've had this before and have been able to transition it, so be nice if they can actually get that one done. That's easy. About to throw this typical smoke. And Stewie's going to be holding for them to come out ladder. He has a teammate here pushed up aggressive towards site as well. Stewie sees him coming through the smoke, misses a crucial shot, and MSL will punish him for it as Tarek will whiff, and Cajun B from the heavens will land down and trade that one out as it's a man advantage and MSL is hunting.
MSL holds on, pushes himself forward to find Automatic, and as you can see, Skadoodle is turning tail. He's not running yet, but in a moment, as you can see, he's going to get the heck out of here. Save that up for the final round, where Cloud9 still not going to be looking too great in terms of their economy, so at the very least, this gives them a little bit of extra firepower, and maybe having the capability to buy up and get that 4th round before the half ends.
Config did say he's going to ruin Tim's birthday.
Yeah, I mean, this is
definitely not the best way to start off your birthday.
Oh, nice shot from Skadoodle. Config even tried to do some fancy movement to outwit him there. Doesn't happen.
Skadoodle should be able to hang on the op now. So going into 15, 11-3, definitely a great T side right now from North. Pressure's all on C9, even going into the T side. It's up to them to pick the pace. North's done a lovely job of mixing up what they're up to, from that safe default that they used early on to switching it up and just going straight into executions. There's been a lot of action towards ladder. C9 have been kind of on the fence about contesting it or not. It's just North's so quick when they come down to this, the executions, and Cajun B has just been just an important player into those executions. He's the one to bring up the rear and just support those players as they go out.
Valde setting himself up top. All right.
Okay. What do you say?
Molly? No, I'm just going to push right through that. And he finds AZ too. I mean, works. You just assume your opponent's not going to be checking for you when that Molly's on the ground, and they're right to do that. So he walks right in, finds AZ. Easy first kill for Skadoodle.
Had first blood last round as well. See if this one's going to be a bit different.
Valde definitely knows someone's sitting behind the server there, and he just reconfirmed it with that smoke toss out. You should have been able to notice it there based on the way that that smoke bounced in.
KGB wanted to peek that. The timing as Valde throws a Molly still automatic.
No.
2 HP, he's living. And automatic has been kicked into the next half as Tarek is thinking about pushing up ladder. Molly will send him packing. North has done a lovely job of using their utility wisely, not wasting it whatsoever. Very clinical. When they want map control, they use their utility. As Tarek's actually going to re-aggress, he got a flash in from a teammate and just pushed in, finds MSL, and Skadoodle finds the head of Cajun B. This round's looking more and more like Cloud9's. As Valde has to be careful not to jump to his death. And it's just him and Kongfig against 4.
Oh, Rush realizing his mistake a little bit too late there. Valde is going to move in, picking up a kill and opening up a way for these guys to push into the site. Kongfig as well with a very quick kill against Tarek. And now they just have to hold off the reinforcements working their way in. Stewie's going to find his teammate. No, but Kongfig fast on the drop of the trade, but overpeaks and gives Skadoodle that final kill. And that'll put Cloud9 up to 4 to end the half.
I mean, Tarek and Stewie are out here trying 10 frags apiece. Rush is close behind, so everyone in C9, it's just hard to hang on, especially a team like North. They're so explosive, and everyone's just hitting their shots right now from North. You can't really pick anyone that says they're having a bad game. I suppose you can say Cajun B, but he's done a nice job of just holding Ivy, being that guy that holds a certain part of the map so his team goes into these full-blown executions. As we get to take a look at Skadoodle through the Molly's peak here, and that's one way to open it up, and even the pistol to find the final. So C9, they get to 4, and now they're looking to move forward onto their T side. And I'm not too sure what C9 are going to bring out here. Again, it's up to them to pick the pace in this T side round, especially on pistol. You have to play with confidence. So if they're lacking confidence, what are they going to do? Are they going to just slow things down? Well, I'm excited to see.
I don't really feel like this team's going to fare too well. Calling on this is if they try to play in the same way that North did, where it was for the most part very slow, just a very default. Like, I mean, all things considered, North played a very straightforward T-side for the most part. Just a lot of default style plays, and then we saw them, you know, trying to push towards inner sight as like a full 5-man group on 3 or 4 different gun rounds. But besides that, that was really all they did in terms of strategy. It wasn't anything super advanced, but it worked. So there's no reason we're not like complaining about it or giving them crap for it. It's just, I mean, it worked out. They didn't really need to do anything super complex.
Smoke flash on Skadoodle. He's playing in T-Con. Now they did just show face for the bomb, I believe, here towards B. So that player immediately rotates in from Z. So C9 know they've shown this. They've done that on purpose, ultimately, to just throw North for a little bit of a loop, as Skadoodle is still holding a T-Con, and they have a player holding for the push in Ivy. So they wanted to show face early and then just settle back into their safe holds. And look for them to group around 50 seconds, if not a little less, and go for some kind of execution here. With Skadoodle staying in T-Con, and he's the one with utility, I'm leaning towards an A-side execution, plus an Ivy split.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be 4 Ivy, I think. So that's a lot of pressure that's going to be on Cajun. Actually, no, sorry, Kongfig, as he's the only one to defend it there. Cajun's playing inside of Z. He will have a little bit of support from AZ, but AZ's actually swung pretty far away, so Kongfig's got to be careful. The smoke comes out. Oh, nice enough from Kongfig, though. Pushes right in there, gets the instant headshot against Stu. Saw the others as well, so they know it's definitely coming to this site. They're going to try to push through the smoke, but they're set up to stop this. AZ with 1, Kongfig, MSL with 2 more to add to it, and AZ shuts it down. The second pistol will also go to North.
North had a lovely setup there. They pulled 2 to B off the get-go as soon as C9 showed bomb. That was the whole play, and then fall back, give time for Skadoodle to throw the smoke and go through it. North had lovely rotations where they had one player in CT who was able to help out, one player top green and one player back bomb to just hold the smoke. Nothing Skadoodle could do to really pull any attention, as North will go into the UMPs. They love this SMG and a couple rifles, so North looking at 13. Its game slowly slipping away, and this is C9's map pick as well.
MSL shooting.
Little bait.
Revealing that he's there. And I think Stewie is the one that's kind of playing with the ladder a little bit there. Flashbang goes down. We're not going to see a follow-up. Nobody trying to push in just yet. The default split from Cloud9 on this second round now, as they also will go for the usual second round buy-up. The jump over top. Kongfig was flashing it anyway, so it won't really matter much. They do get the player to the other side, but Kongfig just watch out for that. Again, he's only going up against pistols. So I doubt he's too worried about this just yet.
He's even just going to smoke it off, peek before it blooms. Just keep an eye on it. Full trust in his teammates to watch T-Con. That would be on AZ's job. We'll see C9 eventually go for something, pulling the bomb over towards Ivy. Now Stu has been very silent once he got down ladder. His timing. Config goes down at 34. Still breathing as he'll go to Old Hell. But now he knows his position is given up. As MSL is going to flash for his own peak. How blind will the C9 members be? There's 3 of them and only 1 was blind. MSL out of the pistols are going to continue to push. So Tarek, good job getting those frags. He's getting shot in the back. Config tries to swing and all of a sudden C9 pull this into a 2v2.
Yeah, look, Valde's going to be able to move out though. He gets this 1 kill. Rush left alone. He's got that but I think it's out of ammo, so he's not going to be able to use it regardless though. Gets a kill with the P250. Oh, and he tries to swing to quickly get the headshot into Cajun too. Cajun wins it, but that's still a great round for Cloud9, all things considered, what they invested into it. It's just pistols and whatnot. Granted, yes, it's a full force for them, but they bring North down to 1 player, so that's going to do massive damage to their economy when Cloud9 finally get into a gun round.
Rush did a lovely job of just sneaking out T-Con. AZ got caught turning around to look towards Ivy as soon as pressure came that way, and that's when Rush snuck out towards Olaf and then walked around. So C9 not investing, just $500 to spread across 5 players. 1 P250, 1 flash. They'd love a bomb plant, but I think this is just going to be one of those rounds where you can just toss out the window, discuss the rifle. North will be on 14, unless we see some miraculous Glock play, but it's been a long time since I've seen Glocks win around, so. Outside of pistol, I will clarify that, actually.
Cloud9, they're just going to be, for the most part, holding in those upper halls. The problem is they have no one down here to defend the T-spawn, so as you can see, we've already had 1 player push all the way out there. It is Config currently in position, and he's going to look to do some damage. Skadoodle's waiting, though, up there. He's checking for this, and Config's not going to check for it at all. Skadoodle had the bomb, too. I just realized that as well. So Config just mopping up shot. This might be one of the quickest faces I've ever seen. And it's so casual as well. There you go, over to the USP fort, survives with 2 HP. Beautifully done by Config.
Tim's birthday present been delivered personally by Config. Unarmored, but he does make so much cash from that with his UMP.
$3,000, I believe, right?
600, 600, 600, 600. Math's hard, man. I don't know.
Just take out the zeros, it makes it easier.
Now you're confusing me over here, Blue. The op comes out for Skadoodle, 1 smoke on it. As Cajun B has his big green gun as well. And Tarek is just going to fall off T-Con control as soon as nades come in from north. And Valde wants to get a little sneaky with it. But Stewie is wise. So he will gain upper brown control, and I don't think Stewie's going to stop here. He tried to bait out the peak from the B player, trying to be that 1-man army to entry, just open up the B side all by himself. As we've seen Config time and time again lock down Ivy, we'll see how that's going to be the case. As MSL lets his presence known, so North, being a man down, has to make a play, and that's a good trade for C9. That's B side open, good molly towards Z will slow the rotations, and Stewie's going to keep pushing. But C9 can't really commit to this, right? They can hold the bomb site for as long as they'd like and pull rotations, but the bomb is still coming in from bathrooms now.
Config with the push outside again. He's going to be able to find Rush this time. But there's 1 player that may still be able to change things up, and that's Stewie. Stewie's going to be a little bit careful, but he walks right in, finds Cajun. Trying to quickly swing to find this other guy sitting on the backside there. It's AZ trying to hide out. Config also being found at the bottom of ladder room. AZ now left alone, and they know exactly where he is. So going, I mean, this is just suicide right here, going inside of Z. It's a good thing that that first op shot misses, but there's the correction, and Cloud9 will get themselves onto the board on this T side.
I think Stewie's going to stick with that second op as well, so 2 ops on the T side for C9. We may, yeah, it's going to stay in place, so Stewie will drop the AK over. We'll see everyone get a good buy. North could argue it's a confident half buy here with armor, a little bit of utility. Whatever they wish to buy up here, it is just going to be upgraded pistols. So North willing to concede. They realize the situation. They have such a big round lead, right? They wanted to commit, they could commit. If they want to go for this half buy, they'll go for the half buy, but it is just some upgraded pistols. Now Stewie's about to have his hands full. I'm not sure if AZ wants to push up anymore, but Stewie is going to take the fight to him. Yep. So the opener, C9, know exactly what they're up against at this point.
Automatic not being careful though. Cajun swinging a hit as he takes down Automatic. And now evens it back into a 4v4. Obviously still plenty of work for North to do before they actually upset in this round, but it's a start. And Rush is looking for more victims of his own at the edge of Ivy there. He's going to find 1, taking down Config. See if he knows if the other one's on the other side. He hasn't checked for that yet. And actually, KJB does get the initiation, but Rush still wins it. Missile. He managed to scavenge the AK, of course, off the kill from Automatic. He has no armor behind it, and eventually just goes down to Stewie when they push out of T-Con. Up to Valde now, trying to do some long-range tapping with a CZ. It's not working out so well for him. He's at 7 HP. He's going to reposition, maybe look for a couple exits, but this round is C9, so they're going up to 6.
Stewie being extra safe, throwing that AK up and over against Valde, realized where it was and tried to go find it. But I don't think Valde's going to get anything out of this. Timing, actually. Sneaking into the site. Is everyone from C9 hunting? No, there's one player sticking around site, right?
There's one right next to the bomb.
Right on bomb. Okay.
Go defuse.
Nah, he assumed someone would be close and he would be cracked. Rush finds the final frag, so C9 still a lot to go.
Yeah, a long way to climb. Would have been fun to see that ninja right there, though.
That would have definitely that would have hurt C9 in a lot of different ways.
Probably wouldn't have worked anyway, though, because of Rush sitting over there. I think he would have had plenty of time to push into it anyway. So, double op setup now coming into the picture for Cloud9. We do have Cajun with a single op for North, of course. But pretty light utility for North besides that, actually. They just have the basics. They're not going to have anything extra here. So, if Cloud9 can bait some of this out early, they can actually have a pretty easy time executing. Just need to kind of get rid of some of this early utility. And they've already done a pretty good job of that. I mean, look, North's already down just 2 smokes.
Config wants to get aggressive as he reloads through the smoke.
Into one.
He finishes, and he's actually able to get 2. They run into him. The Config wall stands tall as Automatic's going to come out from T-Con. He has to answer quick. Instead, he will just lay there stiff as he leaves AZ alone. As Skadoodle is going to be able to find it, but a good trade. As North get to 15, and they pick up the double ops, so...
Nice enough from Config, takes a risk and it pays off. Rush just not realizing what's happening there until it's far too late, nor can he get the headshot. And this is pretty much exactly what Cloud9 didn't want to have happen. They had to keep a massive streak going. Unfortunately, because of the results from the first half, they were working, you know, against the tide for this entire half anyway. And now look at what they're up against. A double op setup from North, full utility for the entire team. They themselves don't even have a full buy, really. They have one player down on a Galil with no utility, and Rush is on a Tech 9, so they can compensate for the lack of utility on Tarek. So this is a rough buy for Cloud9, and we're just going to have to see if this, what's probably just going to be an all-in inner attempt, is going to work out for them.
Config, in the meantime, has gotten aggressive down banana with his op. Doesn't really matter with Cloud9 coming out towards the B site. MSL misses his spray. Valde, though, will correct it to at least get 1 for his life. But AZ, he's quick out Z. He's looking for a brawl. He's going to find it. Stewie goes down. As Cajun B is going to molly first train. No one is there, but look at Tarek's HP. So low. As Config, even from the heavens, is going to tag in other players. It's just Tarek, 6 HP, 1v3. To keep C9 alive on train. He's on bomb site, and the bomb is ticking. But he gets spotted and neutralized. North will pick up the first map on C9's pick. And now C9 are 1 map away from possibly being eliminated.
Yeah, so not the best showing from Cloud9, if we're being completely honest here. Just falling completely flat for most of the first half until the very end when they're able to get a few rounds going, and it's a very similar thing over here in the second half on their T side. They get 2 rounds, some hope is starting to show for them, but they have to run such a massive streak that it's basically impossible at that point. So they will drop that first map there, and now we just have to hope that they can recover properly before map 2 is unfortunately, we just really didn't see much from them. Like, I mean, even 1 or 2 of those rounds won primarily because of mistakes from North, especially, you know, that 1v1 there where we saw KGB, the unfortunate circumstance where he falls down, kills himself there,
couple rounds
wasn't paying attention to his HP. But yeah, I mean, just needs to see huge improvements, unfortunately. And Cobblestone, it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. North love this map. It's, as Pimp said, one of their best maps. So C9 definitely have an uphill battle, especially with North feeling as good as they are. You saw how patient they were at beginning of the rounds, but also very content to go into quick executions. And as you said, they didn't do anything elaborate, just clean executions, supporting each other, and everyone was hot from North, so it's a tall order for C9.
All right, guys, we'll stick with us here, and when we come back, we're going to find out if North will be joining the Immortals in the Grand Finals, or if Cloud9 still have a little bit of fight left in them to take this to a map 3.